Hello, generic nonprofit leaders. My name is Stephen Tennant Zug, and I am an OT student at Baker College of Royal Oak. Today I am presenting you with a program proposal for the justice-involved adult population 21 plus of Southeast Michigan, aimed at promoting autonomy, independence, and reduced recidivism amongst the population. Within the correctional facilities of the American justice system, there is little to no rehabilitation for the individuals they hold. Recidivism is high due to systemic factors such as poor mental health, trauma, PTSD, depression, substance abuse, lack of social support systems, a lack of financial literacy, and poor homemaking skills. These factors prevent the population from ever growing or learning anything from their incarceration. We cannot easily expect the justice system to change its foundations. Thus, it is up to the community at large to take on the role of aiding these people in their reintegration into society. Without intervention, this population will find themselves in a vicious cycle, and it is not one without innocent bystanders. Recidivism cannot be accomplished with just an offender. There will always be a victim. It is imperative for the safety and continued growth of this community and justice-involved population that we establish a community workshop program aimed at rehabilitating and reintegrating our justice-involved adults. The program I am proposing to you, generic non-profit leaders, is as follows. Adults with prior involvement with the law will be offered the opportunity to attend a group therapy skill-building workshop to work on developing life skills that encourage independence, making good choices, and building healthy social skills and habits. Occupational therapy is best suited to lead this program as they are equipped with the knowledge and skills necessary to provide comprehensive and holistic interventions designed to promote independence. The workshop would be hosted in a community center with easy access via public transportation, and would be offered to individuals with prior encounters with the law. The workshop would be held every Saturday, 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. The workshop would offer a variety of courses with basic assignments, handouts, and materials/resources to build and expand upon skills necessary for this population to thrive independently and grow within the community. Classes would be chosen by justice-involved adults and taught by volunteer community members with skill sets suited to educate and nurture their skills. Behavior management education will be provided to all community volunteer members by OTs. The workshop reentry program is not outside the scope of possibilities in our state. Michigan already boasts many such programs, emphasizing the need to rehabilitate and reintroduce justice-involved adults to the greater population. The program being proposed today is another opportunity for us to further reduce the recidivism rate in Michigan from 21% as of June 2026 to our proposed goal of 18 or below by June 2030. The role of occupational therapy in this program is to design, adapt, and implement a wide variety of strategies to promote engagement and participation in the classes. OTs will provide and set goals unique to each individual attending the program and monitor progress/success in it to ensure they are actively participating and gaining skills. If any individual is struggling, an OT can examine what barriers may be hindering further participation and success in the program and provide alternatives, advocate, or adapt. The classes of the workshop reflect the clinical reasoning and rationale of OTs, and each aims to address the systemic barriers hindering participation in occupations for independent living. The barriers that must be addressed include poor mental health, lack of social supports, family friends, increased systemic stigma, higher likelihood of developing a substance abuse disorder, and a scarcity of available resources following release. Each barrier has a unique impact on engagement of occupations. and OTs play a role in understanding how each barrier hinders progress. As an example, an OT can look at how an individual's poor mental health, depression leading to substance abuse, is impacting their ability to engage in the program. An OT can observe, assess, and reactively modify tasks to be simpler and provide further resources and referrals for treatment proactively. To ensure that the program meets the specific needs of this population and addresses the barriers they face, the doing, being, becoming frame of reference will be utilized to guide the structuring of classes and interventions. The doing, being, becoming frame of reference heavily emphasizes the necessity of client autonomy and encouragement of fulfilling engagement as a client works towards self-actualization. By providing clients with autonomous choice of class, they begin the journey of determining what they want to be and who they can be. To help better understand how the program will function, a selection of 3 of the classes will be discussed in detail and how OT will work within the class design. OTs will work with students to ensure that the program is accessible to their needs and accommodates any deficits, literary, motor, cognitive. That is to say that the materials and assignments of the class will be available in 3 languages, English, Arabic, and Spanish, which were chosen because they are the 3 most common languages in the area, large print options for those with visual deficits or older, and simplified options with fewer words and more pictures for those with literary deficits, TBI, traumatic brain injury, or developmental delays. An OT will identify what is limiting student success and foster achievement to reach the program's goals. Class 1, Financial Skills. The focus of this class is to provide education on basic math skills, addition, multiplication, fractions, etc., how to utilize online bill pay, how to file taxes both in person and online, and how to create a personal budget. This class aligns with the barrier most post-incarceration adults face, a lack of financial literacy. By providing a comprehensive class on all things finance, we provide a general understanding sufficient to independently engage with finances. Class 2, Emotional Regulation Skills. The focus of this class is to provide education on anger management, mindfulness, including box breathing and yoga, one-on-one interventions for high-risk individuals, group talk sessions aimed at addressing trauma, and providing resources and referrals from mental health specialists. This class aims to break down the mental health barrier. Students of this class will engage in tailored activities to promote independent emotional regulation and provide a social network for them to rely on when a problem is too great for them to handle on their own. Students of this class should leave feeling that they have the ability to regulate themselves and be able to find happiness and success wherever they may go. The third class, Social Skills. The focus of this class is to practice role play of grocery shopping, going to the mall, and getting coffee, including many more opportunities. Provide education on current social events and developments, social media, and set up a LinkedIn/Indeed account. We want the clients to practice utilizing modern social etiquette to navigate daily life, as some of the clients in the program will have been incarcerated during the massive developments of social media and the internet. This class thus exists primarily for this subpopulation. Students should leave this class having an understanding of social etiquette, how to utilize social media, and successfully develop a business profile to help advertise themselves and obtain work. Evaluation and outcomes. The primary goal, as stated before, is to drop the recidivism rate from 21% to 18% in the state of Michigan by the end of 2030. Our secondary goals are as follows. Clients in the program will have a 75% attendance rate after applying during the first year of implementation of the program. Clients in the program will demonstrate aptitude in 2 to 3 unique skills after applying during the first year of implementation of the program. And finally, community satisfaction with the program and its accomplishment of goals will be at 80% by the end of the first year of the program. The primary goal of the program is not to be completed solely on its own, but to contribute to the overall goal of all similar programs of reducing the recidivism rate in Michigan. Adherence to this goal will be measured through collaboration with the client's parole officers and the Michigan Department of Corrections. Results of the program's participation, success rates, and local reduction of recidivism will be shared publicly and with the Michigan Department of Corrections. Our secondary goals will be measured on a milestone basis. Clients of the program will be asked to complete an aptitude test formulated based on the classes provided in the program. The same test will be re-administered 1 year following entrance into the program to ensure adherence and success of the program. Attendance in the program will be tracked through sign-in sheets in classes and monitoring of completion of class activities during class. Clients who attend classes but do not engage with the material even with OT intervention will be marked as non-attendance/fail. The final goal of the program will be measured through community surveys. Surveys will be sent out to local businesses, community leaders, and community members to express their satisfaction or lack thereof about the program and its impact on the community. The surveys would be administered at 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and 12 months after implementation in the community. Information gathered from these surveys will be used to determine how to improve the program and how to integrate the community more, meaning using local businesses for hiring clients following completion of classes. Feasibility and funding justification. The primary source of funding would be received from the Michigan Justice Fund grant and would be distributed into the program as seen in the budget table on the the right on the slide. 4 occupational therapists will be on site for the full 8-hour day and provide skilled interventions aimed at increasing participation and engagement in the program. The salary also reflects an amount to be used to purchase assessments to be used in the program. The class volunteers who will be working directly with the population will receive $20 an hour to compensate them for their time. Something to note that was previously omitted, there will be a pipeline in place to encourage individuals served to have the opportunity to apply and work under the program as a class volunteer and receive equal pay as non-justice involved class volunteers. The $3,000 for each class is a rough estimate of the cost of purchasing materials and other resources to be utilized during the class time each year. This can include papers for handouts and assignments, writing materials, guest speakers and lecturers, online subscriptions for tax filing services, etc. The $300 for every Saturday the community center space is rented is again a rough estimate and may vary depending on the center's availability. And here we are at the end. References are available for anyone who is curious about the understanding that led to the development of this program. Thank you all for taking the time to listen to my proposal, and I sincerely hope you consider the implementation of the program for our community. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.